It's time to become more consistent. We all struggle with consistency. We all break the promises that we say to ourselves with excuses. We skip deadlines. We think that our life is forever just going to let us show up however we want. But it's time to really step into that full potential, keep the promises we say for ourselves, and hold ourselves to the deadlines in life for our goals, dreams, and desires. I'll be honest, we're not all perfect, but there's a time to say enough is enough. It is time to start showing up for yourself, believing in yourself, building a plan that is not only fail-proof, but also foolproof, that you will be able to show up and take action and bloom into the person you want to be, to become and create those dreams into reality, no matter what you put yourself in front of. Now, I will be honest, I have not always been consistent. Balance while blooming was not a thing, but was a thing since 2017. I always wanted to have a YouTube channel. I always wanted to start showing up for myself, but I didn't launch until 2023. And with that, there were times that I recorded videos, that I started Instagrams. Everything that I do now has been trickle effect of what I have thought I was not capable of before. I started comparing myself, holding myself back, starting, stopping, quitting when it got tough. And I had to say, enough is enough. It is time. I've gone through the work. I've become this person, and I want to help people bloom into their best self, become the person of their dreams, and really just start showing up for what they truly want. So I have put together about 3 reasons that I think most people struggle with consistency. First is lack of direction and vision. The next one is you may have poor planning, or you may just not identify yourself with who you want to become and the goal or achievement that you want to achieve. And I want to talk about all of those today. So welcome back to Balance While Blooming. My name is Bridget. I'm 26 years old. I'm a wife, a stepmom. I have a full-time job. I have passion projects, hobbies, and so much more. And showing up consistently is something that I used to struggle with, that I'm starting to get better at. And I have found that these things have helped me become the person that I want to be and balance all areas of my life. I'm starting to really bloom into the person I want to become. It's a continuous journey. I know I'm never going to be perfect. We are all human, but whatever I can do to step into myself, know what I truly want, and plan to be as successful as possible in every area of life is my goal. So let's jump into these reasons and how I can help you fix them. So the first one is lack of direction or vision. You may know what your goal is, but you may not know your why, or you have a why or purpose behind what you really want, but don't know what your specific goal is. So if you understand what your goal is, you may not have a why or reasoning behind achieving it. And this will make it not a priority. You won't put in the effort, or you may even slack off or slip or skip weeks, months, days, whatever it is, to achieving your goals. Now, if you have a why, you have this bigger picture of what you kind of want, but don't know what your goal is. You just don't know where you want to end up or how you're going to end up there. It is realistic that you can take this bigger vision and this why and breaking it down into goals for years, months, and days, weeks, right? But if you don't know where you even want to end up, you just have this reasoning why, it's important to take a step back and understand. Now, you may have your goal and vision, but you just are a poor planner. That's okay. But I'm going to be honest, no plan is just as bad as a bad plan or an inefficient plan, right? Because if you don't have the steps for your plan, you don't have systems, you don't have routines, where are you even going to go? And then if you don't have any of that, who's going to hold you accountable? How are you going to show up for yourself? What are you going to do? What is going to help you change, right? So really make sure that you know the path and the process. Now, okay, you have this plan, you have these goals, but you're still not achieving consistency. Why? You have not identified yourself as that person who's going to become. You have no attachment, no bigger reasoning, because you're either negatively talking to yourself or your limiting beliefs are holding you back from the person you want to become. So how are you speaking to yourself? What limiting beliefs are holding you back? What negative narrative are you putting in your mind for you to believe? Or what fears do you have that are holding yourself back to quit before you even start. Think about that. If you think you're not good enough, if you say this isn't for me or this is not the best thing for me, all of those things are going to hold you back. So it's really important to think about your identity as who you are when you need to achieve that goal. So let's start fixing all of these. For your lack of direction and vision, it's important to get clear about what you want and why. Create a vision board. Really identify every single dream, goal, achievement that you want. But I need you to get specific. If you want to save money, how much money? If you want to lose weight, how much weight? You want to get healthier, in what way? Really get intentional with exactly what you want, because you're going to write it down. Then you're going to write down a paragraph of why. Why is it a paragraph of why? Because I need you to go deeper than surface level. If you want to save, let's say, $1,000. Why do you want that $1,000? That's a nice nest egg for us to start. Why? Because we are not good at saving. Okay, why? Because we have not put ourselves in alignment with money. So with this $1,000, it's going to be security where I can be less stressed about money. Whatever it is, I'm doing that based off of what it was when we started our emergency fund as a family. But it's important for you to go into deeper core values of why you want everything, because this will help you when you lose motivation. It will help with your discipline. It will help when you have low energy, resistance, or challenges. You are going to read this letter to yourself with the 3 to 5 goals and your why, and say, okay, this is why. Not only writing down your goals and writing down your why, but when people write down their goals and don't just keep them in their head, they're 42% more likely to achieve your goals. So be part of that 42%. Write it down and take action on it. That reasoning number 2, poor planning. It's time to build a clear plan, but with a strategy. It is important to have a plan to hold yourself accountable, know when you can check in and track, but it's also important to create the how process, A to Z. Even if it's a basic outline, you can add in the details as you go along, but having those basic steps is so important. And then what systems and routines do you need to not only start, but stop to achieve your goals? Really create a strategy of how you are going to put those into your monthly, weekly, and daily routines and systems to step into that goal, step into that person. And all that being said, you are going to become this person. You need to embody them. You need to create an alter ego and become the person who has already achieved that life. Start stepping into your own power of knowing that you are capable of achieving this, knowing that you need to start acting like her, thinking like her, and becoming her by taking the actions, the steps, and the person who's already achieved it one day at a time. So these are the big main reasons. You need to be clear on what you really want and why you want it. Write that letters to yourself. Make sure that you're motivated. Make sure that you're showing up for yourself. Next, you need to build a plan with a strategy of how you're going to incorporate this and balance this in your life starting today. Then you're going to bloom by taking actions into who you are becoming. You are becoming this person by taking these actions, taking these steps, and blooming till you become that person. You are going to be delusional when you have an alter ego. You are going to think you are someone that you are not yet, but you are going to show up as them. You are going to act like them. You are going to think like them, and you are going to become them. And over time, you will become more consistent because you will not only be excited to show up for your goals and dreams because you know exactly why you want it. You are going to show up because you have a plan. You know what you need to do. You know what has to be done. And you are embodying the person that you want to be, and you are excited for when every single aspect of that person comes to fruition. So start believing in yourself. Start building those plans and start blooming into that person to become that person of your dreams. And I cannot wait to hear what your goals are, what your alter ego looks like, and some of the systems and routines that you have not only quit, but started to become this person of your dreams. So as always, be part of our blooming community of people who are uplifting each other to become their best selves, balancing all areas of their life, and really just stepping into the person that they know that they're meant to be one day at a time. So as always, keep balancing, keep blooming, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.